A new global report from UNESCO and the IFC reveals that while more women are earning degrees, many are still locked out of high-paying jobs, prompting urgent calls for cross-sector reforms to close the education to employment gender gap. Mobile Journal Denisse Valdesancho has the report.
Despite progress being seen in higher education for women, equality in the workplace remains elusive. Anchored in a new joint report by UNESCO and the International Finance Corporation, representatives, partners, and experts joined forces to tackle gender inequality in education and employment.
Yeah, we observed that there is a big gender disparities, and especially the female students, female graduates have difficulties in finding job opportunities in the labor market. And even if they found jobs in the labor market, they have a much more difficult careers than the male counterparts. And we believe that this has to be mitigated and this has to be changed.
Panelists pointed to structural and cultural barriers, from occupational segregation to hiring discrimination and the unequal burden of care work. Women are still overrepresented in lower-paying fields like education and clerical work, while men dominate higher-paying technical and leadership roles. But beyond diagnosing the problem, this session was a call to action.
Women need to feel that in those ambitious goals of the country, that anybody can qualify for that ambitious future.
The panel emphasized that closing the gender gap isn't just about education. It requires coordination among sectors, industries, the government, and educational institutions must work together to ensure systems are in place that support women throughout their careers. They also stressed the need for upskilling, reskilling, and recognition of lifelong learning, as well as greater participation of women in non-traditional fields.
We make a lot of actionable recommendations in the report, but when it comes to the implementations, I know that it may be very difficult because I think this kind of gender perspective is deeply embedded in the society, communities, and also the change of the mind settings of all levels of the entities, including household, the job seekers themselves, and also by parents and a few employers and the private sectors will be needed. So that's why we suggest that the harmonized and the concerted efforts will be needed to make changes in every part of every segment of the societies and the economies.
Education is only the first step. More than this, bridging the gender gap between education and employment requires collective action and a shift towards change that truly supports all genders across all nations. Mobile journalist Denisse Valdesancho. We are One News.